He's proved it. Jesus Christ has proved it to me. That's why I quit looking. I quit looking to this world for everything else. I quit looking for things for everything else. You know, I quit looking into the alcohol, which I tried for many years. I quit looking into the pills, which I tried for many, many years. I quit looking into all these other things that I've done for all these years because I'm telling you, I tried that bread one time, that bread of life, Jesus Christ. It says that He is, and it was enough, and it was sufficient, and He proved Himself to me. That word right there in red where He said it is true, and it proved it to me. That's why He said, I am the bread of life, and he that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But as y'all heard me say many times before, and I'm still going to say it because I still believe it, where a lot of Christians fail, is they'll get their heart right, they'll get saved, and I'm talking about true Christians that truly get saved. I'm not talking about those. I've seen people come to church over the years. Boy, they'll go down to the altar and say they got right, and you never see them go back to church again. I'm not talking about those. But I'm talking about those that I know for a fact are saved. I've seen it in their life. I've seen them serve Christ. But a lot of times where they fail is they forget sometimes. They get so caught up in the world. They get so caught up in life. They get so caught up in all these other things. They forget, yes, Jesus is enough for us, but we still got to do our part to love Him and to continue to come to Him. Well, we get caught up in everything else. Well, look what life's got going on. Well, I got this going on with my kids. I got this going on with this. I got this going, you know. And kids is the big thing right now where a lot of people kids is what gets a lot of people truly out of church. Well, you know, we got this going on. We got this going on. One thing I always made sure my kids knew that Jesus Christ is number one for us. Jesus Christ is what I need to teach my kids. Jesus Christ has proved Himself to me, and I want to prove it to my kids. That was important to me. Not that, oh, well, we got to go do this with my kids this weekend. Well, we'll get to church whenever we get time. Don't forget now, I'm talking about Christians. We kind of shove Him to the back burner. We kind of shove Jesus Christ to the back burner. And then that bread, like, hey, that bread's still good. That bread's still good. Jesus ain't changed. What changed? Well, if it wasn't Jesus, it must be us. If it wasn't Jesus, then it must be us that changed. Because I'm telling you, Jesus is still enough. That bread of life that He is still good. So when we hunger for something else, that's because we've taken our mind off Christ, taken our mind off that bread of life that He is, and put it on whatever else we think we need to be doing. But I'm telling you, the most important thing I wanted to do when I had kids was make sure they knew about Jesus Christ. Not just me telling them about Jesus Christ. I wanted them to come to the house of God to learn about Jesus Christ. To see that worshiping Jesus Christ was so very important in my life. But too many Christians today get caught up in this world. Oh, they might still tell their kids, oh yeah, believe in Jesus now. But they're not proving Jesus to them. Jesus proved Himself to me. He proved to me that He is that true bread of life. He proved to me that He is all I ever need. And I wanted to prove that to my kids. Not just tell them about it, prove it to them. That's two different things. It's proving Jesus Christ or just telling somebody about Jesus. Man, I want to prove Him into my life. He's proved Himself to me. Let me prove Him to the world. That's what I want to do. And that was important when me raising my kids. That was important. And we still see, look, Landry gets up and drives from Jacksonville, Alabama to here on Sunday mornings. Very proud of her for that. I really am. Especially when they have, and they played actually Friday night in the Conference USA Championship, but even when they have Saturday night games over at Jack State, and it's really late when she gets in, she'll still get up most times and drive all the way here, and I'm very proud of her for that. And I'm hoping that's just because me and Brandy have proved to our children that Christ is important. Not just told them about this man called Jesus. We've took them to God's house and we've showed them being a Christian is not about a title we have. It is about a life we live. It is about who we are. That bread of life that Jesus Christ is